2014 has radically changed Ukraine. Military operations in the east of the country showed the incredible courage of the Ukrainian people. Every day, the names of the heroes standing guard over the peace and sovereignty of their country enter the pages of the modern history of Ukraine. Watch more about the history of revival, formation, and achievements of the armed forces of Ukraine and Ukrainian law enforcement agencies in the special project Ukraine in Uniform. They know for sure that they have chosen the most responsible profession. The border service is a school of loyalty to one's native land and a true show of patriotism. What does one need to know? What difficulties do future border guard officers overcome in training? Find out further in our program. A border guard is a universal soldier. He has to be capable of doing almost everything. The skill of perfect shooting from various types of weapons is extremely important for a future defender of the Ukrainian border. The cadets cope with training very professionally. It can even be said that they do this perfectly.
Метою нашої підготовки є чисто практична складова.
The purpose of our training is a purely practical component. The number of hours according to the order makes up 90% of the practical classes. This is the actual study of weapons and shooting from different positions, shooting in different conditions, in the day and night, in rains and inclement weather. All the exercises that were performed today are taken from real practice in the east of Ukraine. That is, it's all real. This is necessary for the survival of our servicemen, are well-trained and dedicated staff of the Border Guard Service. They do this to protect themselves, their homeland and their families. Border Guard cadets understand that long hours of practical skills are critically important for mastering their future profession. Field training is hard work, moving around, carrying equipment and weapons. Female cadets are just as good as their male comrades when it comes to precise shooting. They understand that if they chose and entered this university, they have to endure and proudly wear a green beret. In general, in my opinion, practical training is not very hard, though it is the most interesting element. I mean, classes conducted at the shooting range as well as in the field training center. Moreover, it also concerns practical training when we are leaving for the border guard units, because there we have the opportunity to apply all our knowledge to practice. That is, we have an opportunity to improve our practical skills, and of course, the experience that is acquired precisely during such training exercises is invaluable. From the first year of studies, cadets undergo all stages of firearms and technical training.
Перший етап – це початкова підготовка, це перший курс. Це навчити курсанта.
The first year of study is the initial training. It is necessary to teach the cadet to take aim. We have to teach the rules of shooting. Moreover, it is necessary to be able to restrain your emotions, impressions, and calmly, without time indicators, to hit the target. The second year of study provides the basic training. This is a set of specific exercises where there is change of position and time. And during the third year of study, the cadets are a part of their unit, a group of reinforced store of duty. It is necessary to make the cadet ready for a direct contact with the enemy with the use of weapons, service animals and service vehicles.
Безпосереднє зіткнення з противником застосуванням зброї, службових тварин, службового транспорту.
Cadets note that the most difficult is the 10-hour practical training which they undergo in the fourth year of study.
З підйомом їх по тривозі, починаючи з академії.
Everything starts with the alarm call at the academy. Then they take a reinforced tour of duty, devise tactical actions, and practice in different shooting exercises. In particular, machine gun and sniper rifle shooting, combat and imitation grenade throwing. Everybody knows that border guards very often have to deal with violators that sometimes resist during detention. And in more recent times, defenders of the state border also have to deal with armed terrorists. Therefore, the Academy pays a great deal of attention to physical and hand-to-hand combat training of cadets.
Гібридна війна на сході нашої держави ставить особливі вимоги до підготовки курсантів, майбутніх офіцерів.
The hybrid war in the east of our country puts special demands to the Academy for Training of Cadets, future officers, and officers of the department who underwent practical training in the units on the eastern border transferred their experience gained to the training programs. This class of military servicemen we are preparing now has already studied according to the new academic curriculum.
Ми зараз готуємо, вже навчався по новим робочим навчальним планам.
Given the combat experience in the ATO zone, new academic disciplines were created at the academy. Cadets learn professional safety with great interest.
Які розглядаються.
During the study of this discipline, we consider more advanced training systems for our cadets. For example, techniques of hand-to-hand combat, methods of preserving personnel, as well as the lives of subordinates. Every border guard has to perfectly master the use of firearms and silent weapons. He has to be able to act through improvised means and without weapons to neutralize the enemy. This is where hand-to-hand combat does not lose its importance in combat operations. In addition, training using special combat techniques is a very effective tool for the psychological preparation of future border guard officers. Well-trained means well-armed. Step by step and stomping to the rhythm border guard cadets march in a parade. This is not a demonstrative performance. On the contrary, these are daily activities necessary for future officers. The National Academy of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine is an example of military high school of European standards. Here they train real professionals applying modern techniques and new technologies. Modernization lies in the fact that the Academy is provided with new weapon systems and military equipment. New kinds of small arms of both individual and group use have also been introduced. The border crossing point, training department of the border guard service, the autodrome, the shooting and handgun ranges, as well as nursery service dogs, are all part of the center to ensure the quality of the educational process. It was specially created to enhance the field training of future border guard officers. We see the engineering arrangement of various sections of the state border. All that is available today in the regional officers and can be used at the field training center to effectively train our cadets and officers. A border guard is the face of the country. This expression once again confirms that this profession carries a high level of responsibility. Today, the trust in a person wearing a green beret has increased. This is testimony to the fact that the State Border Guard Service is being reaffirmed. We see a new face of the state border and a new face of the border guard. Today's cadets and tomorrow's border guard officers understand what a great responsibility lies on the defenders of the state border. Therefore, they are very responsible in relation to the academic process. Moreover, they understand that the future profession, as they say, is both dangerous and difficult. Of course, if we consider that we are the first people who meet some foreigners at the border, we can face different types of threats. But nevertheless, during special classes, we are prepared for this, both physically and morally. Psychologically, we will be prepared for the fact that a person is a civilian crossing the border and will wish them to a safe trip. Or such a person could be an illegal migrant, whom we detain and take all normative procedural actions. Many graduates of the Academy serve in various divisions of the State Border Guard Service of Ukraine. Of course, this service is very multifaceted. Border guards are assigned the task of not only ensuring border security and protection, but also suppressing the smuggling of drugs, weapons and explosives and identifying channels of illegal migration. Now they also fight terrorism and protect the eastern border of Ukraine. Despite this, Academy graduates are ready for all the harsh realities of border service. At present, threats can emerge anywhere along the entire perimeter of the state border, not only in the east of the country. So our graduates are ready to protect the state border and defend it in all sectors. Here we combine the performance of law enforcement functions and the state border with the performance of power functions.
правоохоронних функцій на державному кордоні з виконанням силових функцій. Для цього в академії широкомасштабно.
For this purpose, the academy cadets are thoroughly studying NATO standards, in particular, defense of the state border. They also study European law enforcement technology. It concerns the protection and implementation of border formalities in border crossing by foreigners at checkpoints. Today, the time demands that we build up our professional skills.
Час вимагає нарощувати нашу професійну майстерність.
The modern Ukrainian border guard is a true professional who is serving in all sectors of the state border. A border guard officer is responsible, honest, and brave. The personnel of the border guard service is special. Those are the people for whom the protection of Ukrainian land is not just words.
Прикордонник – це правоохоронник.
A border guard is a law enforcement officer. This is a special-purpose law enforcement service. We have a huge responsibility. There are no such situations when we just sit in trenches and wait until the enemy comes. We are doing our work, and we will not let anyone destroy us. The heroes of today's program defend the Ukrainian state, its sovereignty and territorial integrity. The Ukrainian army and law enforcement agencies do everything possible to prevent civilians from taking up arms and turning Ukraine into a bloody shooting gallery. Peaceful skies over your head. See you in the next program.